Well, hello everybody. We have Dottie in the picture there, kinda. I need a wider angle lens. It is the 5th of April, and I am leaving Quartzsite for the season. I'm on the main road right now, following Pup Camper 58, Cheryl, and we are headed east. We're gonna go into Quartzsite, get on Interstate 10 East, and we're gonna make it a light day the first day.
Goodbye, Quartzsite.
That made it to the video I'm making. Good timing. So that was Cheryl saying goodbye, Quartzsite. Boy, it doesn't seem so. I got here November 15th, so November, December, January, February, March, April, almost 5 months. No, January, February, March, April, almost 4 months. Sorry, almost 4 months. Wow. Well, I will be back next November, and hopefully I'll move up on that number 2 slot on the waiting list for Arizona Sun RV Park, and I will be there and giving you a series of videos for the whole season on what it's like to come to Quartzsite in the winter and stay in town on an RV site with full hookups, what that costs, and what the difference is between boondocking out in the desert, which is something I've done. If I did it again, it would be my 4th year in a row doing it. And people would say, well, Rob, what about all that solar you spent all that money on? Well, I'm going to spend even more on it in Quartzsite next year because I'm going to do an upgrade. I'm going to go to, I think it's called the Victron Multi Plus 2, which is a intelligent inverter that it'll take in the power from your solar panels and shore power, and you can set it to give priority to the solar and just take from shore power what you need. So what does that mean? That means if you have plenty of solar out there and a bright sunny day, you're not going to be using much shore power at all, which means you don't have to pay for as much electric. And I'm kind of going to do that this summer in a more manual way. But one of my first things I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Solar Bill with my whole solar setup, and I think I'm going to be relocating almost everything. I'll be taking those flex panels. I'll have him remove those flex panels off the roof and put on something, talk to him about putting on something better. So, I know there's a few places where I think I need bus bars and shut-off switches and fuses where I'm not sure I'm 100% on that, but I do know if I go to Solar Bill, they'll be 100% on that. We're coming up to just about time to say goodbye to La Posa South. We're coming up to 95 here. So there's not going to be much exciting happening here in Quartzsite. We're just going to make our way over to Interstate 10, and I'll flip her back on when things are interesting. But in the meantime, I'm going to flip the script, and you can see Pup Camper ahead. And we're coming into Quartzsite. There's we're gonna make a. You don't see this very often when I come into town. We're gonna make a right on Kuhn Street, and Kuhn Street's gonna take us headed east to get to the entrance ramp onto Interstate 10. This is how you go if you're going to Phoenix. We'll be going right through Phoenix. It's a Saturday, but I'm sure there'll still be a ton of traffic. There almost always is. So, those of you wondering about George is actually where you saw Dottie. George is underneath Dottie's bed, and George has gotten a tranquilizer, so George is going to be kind of sleeping most of the time. Otherwise, it would be very, very uncomfortable for him. Let's turn around with that. All right. Well, this is pretty boring, so I'll flip it back on when things get interesting again. I just had to tell you this stretch of, and it just ended as I started recording. There's a stretch of.
That sign said the end of road work. I sure as hell didn't see any road work.
Neither did I. It sure needs road work, though.
I hope I have dishes left in the cabinet.
So that was Cheryl on the radio just commenting on it. It was marked road work, and for about 10 miles, it was the roughest interstate that I've ever been on. It was horrible. And it said road work like the next 9 miles or something. There was no one doing road work, and after it said end of road work, now we have a nice smooth surface. So maybe it's something they're intending on taking care of. Who knows? But beware. It was at about 65 miles outside of Quartzsite, heading on east on I-10. Be prepared for bumpiness. Well, traffic is slowed down to about 40 miles an hour, which means we're getting into Phoenix here. We've got it's like maybe there was an accident here that's already cleared up, but it's 11:02 a.m. and we've put about 112 miles on so far, so we're 113 miles from Quartzsite on Interstate 10. Quite a bit more traffic here, as you can see, and I'm trying to keep up with Cheryl. A lot of cars weaving in and out. It was a good idea to buy those walkie-talkies. They've worked out really well. The only problem is when an 18-wheeler gets between the two of us, we can barely hear each other. The big metal 18-wheelers block the signal pretty good, but that's been kind of rare. Now up here in about 10 miles, she's getting us off and doing some kind of bypass. I'm not familiar with it, but my trust is in Cheryl. I'm going where she's going. So we'll see you back in a few minutes. Well, here we are still in Phoenix, getting close to our turnoff here. But I just turned it back on to say this. One of my least favorite things about being a nomad is traveling through congested areas like this. It's just is no fun. And Phoenix, believe it or not, is the 5th largest city in America, in the United States. It goes New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Houston, and then Phoenix. That comes as a surprise to many people, but it's a very congested, very populated area that I'll be happy when it's in my rearview mirror. Anyway, just wanted to add that in. Well, hey everybody, we're here in Tucson, and we're about to get off the interstate here, and we're going to spend the night at a Cracker Barrel. If you've never done that, it's usually a pleasure. They have special RV slots in the back, and absolutely invite you to spend the night there. And because they realize they're going to get probably at least 2 meals out of it, your dinner when you get there and your breakfast before you leave. So the exit's right up here, and come along with me, and I haven't been to this one, so I don't know what it's going to look like, but we're about to find out together. That's Cheryl right in front of me. She's been here before. So I don't know whether it's a right or a left. She'll know. Let's see, she's got a right-hand blinker on, so it's a right. Oh, and I see it right there on the right. Sure is there. So we have covered 230 miles today. My leg feels great. I mean, I would say a mild sort of ache, soreness, that on a 10 scale, I'd give it a 0.5. Hardly noticeable. Tucson, it's not as big as Phoenix, but it's pretty damn big. It's busy. You know you're in a city. It's nice to be following someone that knows that she's been here before, and all I got to do is follow her. Lots of hotels here. Holiday Inn, Comfort Inn, La Quinta. There's another one we just passed, I didn't see. And there's the Cracker Barrel. And she's gonna know where the RV parking is, I guess.
Looks like a lot of the RV spots are taken by cars.
I don't even see where the RV spots are.
They're to the right. We passed them.
So does this mean no go here?
No, we'll just have to wait. We might have to go park on the street or something, but let me pull up here and see what we've got going on.
Do you intend for me to continue following you or what?
It looks like we might be able to get into 2 of them right here temporarily.
Okay.
I'm going to go up here and see what the situation is.
So it's not looking very promising. The ones I've been to before clearly mark spots that are for RVs, and here it's not marked at all.
Man, this is a busy little place.
I noticed these spots are not marked as RV spots.
Yeah, they're not, but I just thought if there was some way we could park long ways, I was going to do it. I'm going to go out here, and we're going to go see if we can park on the street, because we're really early, and it'll clear out of here in a little while.
I'm a little confused because so far I haven't seen anything that looked like RV spots.
We passed them. They're back there, but they're filled up by cars, double parked in them. We came in, there was a sign that said RV spots, and it was pointing to them, but they're full.
Oh, I guess I missed that.
I'm going to go over here on this side street.
Are we going to get caught up in a dead end down where you are? Did you copy me? Is that a dead end you're at?
More or less.
All right, I'm going to shut this off because I think we're going to have to completely change our plans. So we can't do Cracker Barrel because all the RV spots are taken up with regular cars, and there's no place to park on the street. So we're heading to a casino that's about 20 miles away. We called and they said they have RV parking there. This is the issue with when you're traveling. If you decide what you want to do is stay in free places, you run this risk. It's not something that I normally do, but I do RV parks when I travel, and I make I'll get maybe halfway through my travel day. When I stop for gas, I'll select a park and make a reservation. So this is a new adventure for me. But you know, people that do this save a lot of money, and they expect it. So if you're going to do it, just expect that, you know, you may have to do what we're doing here. Um, you know, find an alternative. And I'll turn it back on when we get to the casino. Well, here we are at the casino. Here's me. There's Cheryl right next to me. And there's the casino. It's quite a little job to get this all figured out, but we got it figured out. Place for the night. Cheryl. And Cheryl and I came here from 2 different directions.
And we ended up in the same spot.
It's same spot, yeah.
And I'm eating a brownie to feed my low blood sugar because I
And
haven't eaten today.
There's Clover.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, I'm back in the trailer. We're out parked where I showed you we were parked at the casino. We went in, and the walk was far more than it looked. And I ended up, Cheryl pushed me to the security desk in a wheelchair, and they came and brought us back in a golf cart. It was just too much for me. It was a little embarrassing, but I'm okay. Things are very good. So that's going to be today's video, and I'll see you tomorrow.